Hi viewers, I'm Abbas and you are watching Buy Low and Sell High. We are here right at the Cambridge Grand River Wood site. This wall is quite familiar because we have done about more than 5 phases in this subdivision, and this particular phase would be the last phase, 102 townhomes and 10 detached homes. There's a lot to discuss why this site is so important and why this site has to be considered. Number one, where we can find just over $400,000 townhomes with only $40,000 deposit, open assignment clause, all other incentives such as 2 years free maintenance. There's a lot to discuss inside with Kathy Silvestro, who is the president of Crystal Homes, as well as Raj, who's going to explain us the entire selling process, that what sort of product are inside. It's very important for you guys to have lots of information through this program, as well as through my website, which is www.trustzia.com, in order to have all the information ahead of time prior to coming here. October 28 and 29, 10 in the morning, this site would be open. If you can see the previous sales openings here, there was a huge lineups. We are anticipating that the project would do quite well on the day of opening. Whatever results we get down the road, definitely you can hear back from us through newsletter and all social media platforms or mass email as well. Let's go and discuss this project with Kathy and Raj. Follow me. Hi Michelle.
Hi, Sia.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hi viewers, I'm Abbas and you're watching Buy Low and Sell High. February 2016, that was the first time when Realty Point launched detached homes here in Cambridge, a subdivision called Grand River Woods. And then first phase, second phase, third phase, and one success after other, and it was ongoing success for all those purchasers who came all the way from Greater Toronto area. They invest here, and the rest is history. Today we are going to discuss the last phase of townhomes by Fernbrook and Crystal Homes. This would be the last townhomes, phase 3, and this subdivision would be all done. I'm sitting with Kathy Silvestro, who is the president of Crystal Homes. I had an opportunity to work with her closely on so many openings and brought so many success, not only to the flagship, to all those purchasers who are enjoying their living here in a small mini Milton in the city of Cambridge. Kathy is with us. Let's discuss with Kathy that what other excitements she would have for all of you in the last phase of Grand River Wood. Kathy, how are you?
Good, Sia. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. And first of all, I know time is an essence for you, and you are working on so many sites at a time. But Grand River Wood is a very important site. When we first started detached homes, and we did sell detached home in different chunks, and the phase 1 and phase 2 of townhomes were released last year and early this year, and now we are at the last phase of Grand River Wood, where this site would be all done. First of all, congratulations to Crystal Homes as well as to Fernbrook. Amazing job and great opportunity for lots of purchasers.
Thanks, Sia. We're very, very happy with the success of the subdivision, Fernbrook and Crystal. It's been a great subdivision. Everyone's happy living here.
Yeah.
We've done really well. Everyone's happy
Now,
here.
see, when the first chunk of purchasers came, when there was nothing, versus the last phase of townhomes, where the neighborhood has been built already, and lots of hundreds and hundreds of purchasers are enjoying their lifestyle here and they're living. Why this last phase would be different than other phases?
Well, the construction's nearly over. The access to the river and all the features in the subdivision, the parks, the ponds, it's all quite easy now. It's completed.
Yeah.
It's clean. I mean, it's beautiful. The access to the 401 has been reshaped by the
Yeah.
city and the Ministry of Transportation.
Yeah.
So it's easy access to the 401. It really is a great community.
And the new bridge is pretty much done.
It's pretty much done. I think they're just wrapping it up now. So
Yeah.
that really saves a lot of time.
Kathy, I was chatting with one of the purchasers not too long ago, last week, and he said, Zia, when first I bought this home, I wasn't knowing that really it's one of the greatest area. Now he's living in that particular home, and he goes for jogging every morning on the trail, and he said it's priceless.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The Grand River Conservation Area owns a ton of property at the bottom of the new release.
Yeah.
So the lots are 150 feet deep, and then they back onto the beautiful conservation area, and everybody in the community has access to the river and all of the trails around it. It's a massive connection between all along the Grand River.
Finding these townhomes from low 400s, right? And access to 401, you're not too far off, like from first city, which is city of Milton, still, and that's what I said to lots of these purchasers, that if you can afford to be in a GTA, well and good. Otherwise, for a little extra drive, you may own your own property, your own home, which you are just dreaming about. And with this concept, whoever came and bought in the previous phases, they are quite happy and they are quite satisfied from the purchases they had. Now, if we compare city of Cambridge with other outskirt areas than Greater Toronto area, Cambridge has a lot of pluses.
Absolutely. It's got the universities, it's got the airport in Kitchener, it's got the access to the highway. I mean, it's a beautiful city.
And the Tri-City, Kitchener, Cambridge and Waterloo,
Absolutely.
which brings you more flavor by only 10 minutes drive time, right? And you can go to Waterloo, you can go to Kitchener, and by 20 minutes drive time, you would have access to almost 4 best universities.
Absolutely.
Which is a key factor. Lots of parents are seeing these sort of investments from this perspective as well, that if the kids can go to University of Waterloo, St. Laurier, right, or University of Guelph, or say if they can go to London, Ontario for Western, like, you know, these are all accessible to this particular location, which is a key factor. And to be quite honest, I myself, I love this area, especially this subdivision, from a retirement perspective as well. You are surrounded by river, you are surrounded by, like, you know, green area, and it's on the hill as well, right? That's a plus thing. These are the feedbacks I managed to get it from the previous purchasers.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to
And
hear that.
myself, like, you know, sometime when I drive, like, you know, I really have a really good vibe and feeling about the site. And we are anticipating a really good turnover on those 2 weekends. In terms of incentives, what other incentives both developers are going to offer these purchasers for the last phase?
Well, Crystal and Fernbrook have decided to offer the condo fees are paid for 2 years. We're providing air conditioning, and we're providing the assignment provisions so that if people want to assign throughout the process, they are able to.
Perfect. And there's a lot of confusion to understand the difference between the freehold and the condo corp. Condo corp in terms of condominium high-rise is very different than the condo corp in the low-rise townhomes. So that maintenance fee covers how many elements?
It covers not very few items. It's not like in the condos where it covers the structural and sort of powertrain issues. And for the condos, it's very minor. It is landscaping of the common areas.
Okay.
It's maintenance of the parking areas, and so that would be snow removal or painting if the lines come out, and that's more or less it. It's not like the condo buildings.
So basically, if those elements can be taken care by the condo corp, but the actual home or townhome is a freehold.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
they're called freehold condos. So the property and the unit is entirely freehold.
You also mentioned that there might be some new floor plans in the last phase. So what sort of floor plans are those?
There are. We have two new floor plans. One is called the Thames and the other one is called the New Trent.
Okay.
They are, the idea is that they have a lot of privacy. They have more than one access. They have a lot of privacy. They have full bathrooms on more than one floor, and it leaves them very versatile for different sorts of families and aging. So we find that there's a greater spread in the family household. It can be
Okay.
grandparents, it can be children, it can be children's friends. So these last units are pretty adaptable to a variety of family styles.
Perfect. And the total number of townhomes we are launching is
We have 102 left.
102.
Yeah.
And the lots which you guys were holding for some reason in the past, I'm talking about single detached homes, how many of those are also going to be a part of this release?
So we're releasing the last 10 singles in the subdivision. There are 4 model homes, and there are 6 new homes to be built, or a few of them have already been started. Most of these lots had to be kept for subdivision-related issues with the municipality. They had to go in at the end, so there was access for vehicles and other things. So now that we're pretty much done, we have permission to release them, and they've all been released.
Perfect. So those detached homes, they are 30 feet, 35 feet, and 40 feet lots.
Yeah, and there is a few corner lots left. Some
Okay.
beautiful corner lots, yeah.
So there is a good variety and flavor in
Absolutely.
the single homes too.
Yeah.
Great, Kathy, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to work together under your flagship, under the flagship of Fernbrook. We are privileged that so far, when we're done with these 102 townhomes and 10 single detached homes, we would be honored to say that yes, we indeed sold between 500 to 600 homes here in this subdivision. But once again, looking forward to work with you in future in so many other sites.
Fernbrook and Crystal Homes would like to thank you very much for all your efforts out here on the site. We're very happy with the outcome. Your agents have done a fantastic job, as have you, and thank you very much. It's been an excellent turnout. Great.
Viewers, as you've seen, Kathy did explain everything about this release, which is going to happen on the 28th and 29th, Saturday and Sunday. Very important if you are interested to buy homes here with the low deposits, lot of incentives, open assignment. These are the incentives you get. Call me or my whole team if you guys are willing to buy here. We'll go on a quick break. Stay with us.